Hey guys, welcome to JayWalk Media. This is Matt Miller. Watch this Democrat strategist on CNN talk to her colleagues and admit exactly why they lost the election. This is amazing. The Democrats are becoming self-aware. Listen to what she says. This is very, very important.
Now, I'm going to speak some hard truths to my friends in the Democratic Party. This is not Joe Biden's fault. It's not Kamala Harris's fault. It's not Barack Obama's fault. It is the fault of the Democratic Party in not knowing how to communicate effectively to voters. We are not the party of common sense, which is the message that voters sent to us. For a number of reasons. We don't know how to speak to voters. When we address Latino, and language has meaning. When we address Latino voters as Latinx, for instance, because that's the politically correct thing to do. It makes them think that we don't even live on the same planet as they do. When we are too afraid to say that, hey, college kids, if you're trashing a campus at Columbia University, because you're unhappy about some sort of policy and you're taking over a university and you're trashing it and preventing other students from learning, that is unacceptable. But we're so worried about alienating one or another cohort in our coalition that we don't know what to say when normal people look at that and say, wait a second, I send my kids to college so they can learn, not so that they can burn buildings and trash lawns, right? And so on and so forth. When we put pronouns after names, and say she, her, as opposed to saying, you know what, if I call you by the wrong pronoun, call me out, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. But stop with the virtue signaling and just speak to people like they're normal. There's nothing I'm going to say to Michael that I'm not going to say to you, that I'm not going to say to somebody else. I speak the same language to everybody. But that's not what Democrats do. We constantly try to parse out different ways of speaking to different cohorts because our focus groups or our polling shows that so-and-so appeals to such and such. That's not how normal people think. It's not common sense. And we need to start being the party of common sense again. Joe Biden is not responsible for that. Neither is Kamala Harris. It is a problem that Democrats have had for years. I've been banging the drum on this for, I don't know how, probably 10 years, if not longer on this. We need to get back to being the party of common sense, that people look at us and say, we understand you. We appreciate what you say because you speak our language.
This was amazing to hear from a Democrat on CNN say this on live TV in front of millions of people or whoever still watches CNN at this point, and actually have this sobering moment where she said everything that has been wrong with the Democrat Party, with the left, with the woke movement for the last 8 years, 10 years. Really, this stuff really ramped up around 2010 during the Obama administration. And to hear her admit this, it means that there's hope, that these people on the other side of the aisle, a lot of them are smart people who, they are human. You know, they can understand when they've gone too far, when they're trying to police everybody's language, when they're trying to censor people and decide, be the arbiters of what's true and false on social media, when they're ostracizing people with their weird phrases and, they're trying to be ultra inclusive and tolerant, but really it just becomes ultra exclusive and shaming tactics. It's a very, it's almost like a form of bullying if you think about it. But this lady, I mean, how she articulated this was so perfect. I couldn't have said it better myself as a conservative Trump supporter. The Democrats, in one word or one phrase, they need to chill out. They have become so alien, and she said this too, that they seem like they're on a different planet from the rest of the country. They've completely lost touch with how ordinary Americans feel, with the struggles of ordinary Americans. You know, when I went to these several Kamala Harris events during the lead up to the election and did interview videos, talked to hundreds of people, they all said, and these were in like very well-off cities, they said the economy's doing great right now. They insisted on it. They insisted the economy was doing great, inflation was going down, and everything was moving in the right direction because of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's policies. Can you believe that there's people who actually can say that with a straight face? If you're a wine lover, you got to hear about one of the best kept secrets in the world of wine. Our amazing sponsor for this video, Bonner Private Wines Partnership. Imagine enjoying a glass of wine that comes from some of the highest altitude vineyards on earth, 6,000 to 9,000 feet in the Andes Mountains of Argentina. At that altitude, the grapes endure conditions that create intense flavors like blackberry, leather, and a touch of dark cherry. The best part? These wines are untouched by the additives and high sugar content that you'll find in wines at the grocery store or Walmart. No dyes, no artificial flavors, just small batch natural wine created by small family producers. And here's the thing, the region where these wines come from makes them very difficult to get and very rare, but Bonner Private Wines Partnership has cracked the code, making these exclusive wines available to you without a big industry markup. Right now, my viewers can get $25 off their first order when they join, as well as complimentary shipping. All you have to do is visit bonnerprivatewines.com/JayWalk, link in the description. This is a great offer for a great product you will not want to miss out on. Check it out. Now back to the video. They are so disconnected, and really what it is these are people who are making six figures or millions of dollars working for the government or other, just high up positions in the bureaucracies of Washington, D.C., in and around Washington, D.C., and they have no idea what a mechanic is having to go through or what a bank teller or a grocery store clerk, what ordinary working class people are, like how they're struggling right now because of the economic conditions that we're in. And just to say, oh yeah, the economy is doing great, the problem isn't even real, you're not even admitting that there is a problem. So that means you have no game plan to solve it. It's one of the biggest reasons that Kamala lost, is because she didn't have a convincing game plan for the economy like Trump actually proposed. And Trump's a businessman too. He understands how money works. He understands how to balance a budget and be profitable. And the guy is way more well-equipped to handle matters of economic correction than somebody like Kamala Harris, who is a prosecutor, lifelong politician, just worked in the government her whole life. Joe Biden too. I mean, these people, they are from a different planet for all intents and purposes. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this clip in the comments. Do you think that this lady was right? I really love what she had to say. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts were. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you guys get notified when we post new videos. Thank you again so much for watching. We really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time.